Hello, ladies and gentlemen, gals and pals, hoes, hoes. I am your host, the Armchair Grump, and I'm going to bring you a little bit more Like a Dragon Ishin, which I have been enjoying quite a bit. Traveling back to the Tokugawa period, the late Tokugawa period, during the Bakufaku. Said, Bakufuku. I can. It's a weird word, even in kind of Japanese for me. It sounds kind of funny. But it's during the time where it's kind of a civil war. It's even around the same time as the Civil War in America. And it's right before the Meiji period, where Japan starts to. It's right before they get rid of the samurai. So. But yeah, let's just go ahead and hop right into it. We've been exploring the city of Kyo, which I think is modern-day Kyoto. I don't know why it always puts it on New Game. Let's just go ahead and hop in to continue. And we were right before, we saved it right before we were going to hop into another story section. We did a little chicken racing. We did some side activities. We did the cannonball. And yeah, we did the cannonball mini game, which I enjoyed quite a bit. It's kind of a tempo mini game. Hopefully there'll be more of that because we beat it. You can get more resources and stuff out of it. I don't know how much, because it only gives you like 2 resources. Hopefully there'll be more of that mini game. It'll be spread out so there's more of it, or maybe there'll be more challenges eventually. But yeah. So we did the chicken racing, which is fun, and hopefully, but we'll do some more of that. But it's kind of a gambling thing, but it seems like it's kind of easy to guess, but we'll see how easy it really is to guess. But it's fun to watch too. So, all right, let's load it up. Load it on up. Done. Oh shoot, what did I do here? I thought I was gonna. So we just also story-wise, we got into the uh Shinsengumi, Shinsengumi, and we're supposed to meet Ijikata, uh, which is one of the captains, I think. So where did I? Give me one quick second. We're gonna go meet him. What did I do with my headphones? Oh, there they are. I always put stuff in the wrong place. Misplaced shit. Boom. Go. Don't drop that controller. Alright. Headphones in. We had a nice little story. We did a little side quest with a boy and girl. It feels so down to earth and home. Like it gives you the nice warm fuzzy home feeling of watching a Japanese like a TV drama, TV show. Alright, so this is the right direction. And I am so happy to see that the city is much bigger than I thought it was. I thought it was just this area down here and maybe some other side areas. It is, then all this area up here opened up. City is pretty big. So, here of beating up scarecrows, we'll have to try that again. And there's some more training grounds where we can upgrade our different classes and meet different masters. There's a whole blacksmith thing. But we need more money for that. So it kind of like has Monster Hunter, where you like have a basic weapon, and then you upgrade that weapon, and then you get like there's a tree of weapons you can upgrade to get a very powerful weapon, but it costs a lot of money and materials. So eventually, hopefully, we'll get some really powerful weapons, but we'll have to get that stuff. How's our health? We are playing on hard difficulty, so let's go this way. Did you update already? Is this another section of the city? No way. Keep hitting the wrong button. I did hit the middle button. It's a small section. The Shinsengumi area is also a small section. What's this? Eatery. Temples. The Rote Hanada. What is that? Story related. The Rote Asahi. Rote. I'm guessing these are hotels. I can't remember. I don't know the word Ryote. And then Subakiro would be the proper noun, the proper name. I would assume it's a hotel or a meeting place. Maybe it's a restaurant. What's this? Yeah, that would. Yeah, the Rote Kasuga. This one says restaurant, so these are different restaurants. The brothel. Ooh. Oh, this is minigame on it. Can I go into a brothel? Let's check out the brothel. Not enough nudity yet. I came to this game wanting nice old style Japanese boobies. Go. Find me some geisha. Making me blush doll. Oh, is this like a red light district? It's even got the red strips on the side. It's kind of like it might be like a red light. Yeah, it might be kind of a red light area. They had those. Where you, like, kind of like, I think they had these kind of in Europe too, where they were like window shopping, where the women would sit out front. I don't see. No, maybe not. Maybe everything's just not quite what I'm thinking it is. But they did have those, I think, in Japan and China. Where you would go in and they had like a room out front where like the women would sit for you to look at. But I don't think that's what this is. It did say there was a brothel up here. They got callers, but are these restaurants? I don't know, it does sound like these are probably these might be geisha houses. I mean, where you get food, but also they're women. They might be entertainment houses, kind of like a courtesan house, like in Korea too. You would get entertainment and food, not necessarily just a prostitute house, where it wasn't just all sex. Yeah, they're courtesans. Which doesn't necessarily mean prostitution. So, it's like it probably, there is more involved, but it's kind of like, in Japan, you can go, even like today, you can go and sit with a girl and drink and eat and stuff. What do they call those? what do they call those bars? You know, like in Yakuza 0, you have the Sunshine Bar. Or the Sunshine Cabaret Club. Kind of like that, but of course back then there was prostitution involved too. But you could do, like, there was minimal stuff you could do also. Anna. I always thought Anna was a modern day name for Japanese even. But I guess not? Or is this supposed to be a foreign woman? Spooky. This is the geisha house. This is the gambling house. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. And then normally they would have like women sat on either side of her for you to like choose from. Sometimes they wouldn't even have the front door. The front door, like there wouldn't really be a front door. They would have just a room, an open room, and there'd be girls on display. I guess it depends on the district and the kind of place, but I don't know. I would assume Kyoto. I think Kyoto is because Kyoto, the emperor was in Kyoto, or I guess it would be during this period it was Kyoto, and then obviously I know Edo is modern day Tokyo, and then the shogun was in Edo, so. Kyoto gets snow and stuff, so they probably wouldn't have a whole bunch of open air areas because they still get snow and it can get pretty cold. Isn't this gambling? I don't want to spend my money now. I only have 12 ryo. We'll come back later when I'm richer. Like, a ryo is pretty expensive. I'm gonna need that money. These are all empty. That's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that these would have something in them. There's quite a few empty buildings. I mean, there's quite a few things to do so far, but there's also quite a few empty buildings. I'm hoping there's a lot more activities that get unlocked along the way because I liked a lot of the stuff in what game was it? Ghost of Tsushima. Like I said, I'm bad with names. So Ghost of Tsushima had some fun activities, even though it wasn't like in a city. It wasn't supposed to be like this activity bustled stuff. The poem writing was interesting. It was just kind of fun and interesting for you to create your own poems. But I really liked the cutting mini game to increase your stamina, whatever your meter, and then obviously there was like little mini there's puzzles, and of course obviously the fighting, the clashes, what were they? The showdowns, which were like kind of felt like Western, like they Western styled, almost like cowboy draws, where you were waiting to see who would draw first, and you were waiting and waiting and waiting, and when they charged, then you pulled your sword out. That was great. But I know this is kind of a different game, but there's so many fun mini games that you could do that are like themed in this during this time. It'd be funny if you could get a job as a pelican person. I know, like, it wouldn't, like, fit with a samurai theme, but, like, if you need money and stuff, I could already chop wood, which reminds me, I haven't found a place where I can chop wood again. I know that was early in the game, but I haven't been able to go back there to Tosa, so I would like to be able to chop some wood, because that gave you a decent amount of money. Like, 100 mon for just a piece of wood? Like, 10 pieces gave you, I mean, well, I guess you needed 10 pieces... I guess you needed 100 pieces for a whole ryo. But still, it's not that, like, yeah. It was worth it. What's going on here? One of these isn't working. One of my things is dead. Stop it. Alright. I guess we'll just go with the story. Usually if you go with the story and go along, more stuff gets unlocked. I think this is the guy that I faced off against to get into the Shinsengumi. Oh no, he's the head guy, my bad.
随分な歓迎だな。俺の席がないようだが。ご心配なく。席は別の部屋に用意してあります。この座敷は今から血で汚れることになりますから。
What does he mean by that? Blood all over their cushions.
天然理心流にご興味がおありのようで。ああ、だがただの好奇心だ。気にしないでくれ。理心流は江戸司令官のみに伝わる田舎流派。北進一刀流、神道無念流といった主流派とは違い、知っている者も少ないはず。
Say you could just clearly say you're interested in learning that.
何の真似だ。この男も沖田や長倉と同じ天然理心流の優秀な使い手です。
Yeah, I would assume there's more than just the few people that you thought there were.
今からこの男と殺し合っていただきたい。
Okay.
なんだと。新選組の任務の大半は殺しです。その際、義理や情に流されて切ることをためらえば、自分が相手に切り殺されてしまう。私はあなたの心の弱さが心配なのです。だから真剣な殺し合いをして試させてもらいたい。たったそれだけのために殺し合いというのか。ええ、たったそれだけのことが重要なのです。新選組に入るためにはね。斉藤さん、この男に殺しへの躊躇はありません。あなたもそのおつもりで。やむを得ないようだな。ええ、どちらかが死ぬまで立ち会っていただきます。では始め。
And in white. Why's it gotta be white, huh? Okay, I cannot dodge. He does a side attack. Damn it. Turn, damn it. Oh, that is so cheap. Okay. That is so cheap, and you know it. The game, he like ran past me and then sliced from behind. Like, that wasn't what the game intended. The game meant to slice in front of me. This is health. Manju. Oh, it's Manju. It's okay.
食ったな。
Oh, shit. Wasn't expecting whatever that was. Oh, come on, I blocked that. Why am I on fire? Oh, shit. Oh, bullcrap. Why am I on fire? No, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Yeah. Yeah, dodging those incoming attacks. That was better. I'm not very good at parrying. Dodging, I'm probably better at. Almost took his ear off, man.
勝負はついた。こいつは死んだも同然だ。
Did you just...
何をしてるんだ、お前。言ったじゃないですか。どちらかが死ぬまで終わらないと。だが、ご安心ください。この男、どちらにしても死ぬ予定だったんです。先日、組から脱走を図りましてね。ハットにより処刑することになっていたんですよ。なんだと。ですが、ただ殺すよりあなたを試す道具に使えると思いましてね。彼も天然理心流の使い手でしたから。誰なんだ、その男は。
So no one gets to retire?
3番隊隊長、山並圭介。私にとっても自衛官道場以来の友人です。
That kind of rigidity is how you lose.
彼には、もしあなたを殺すことができれば、命だけは助けてやると言ってありましてね。ですからあなたは、命がけで戦った山並に勝ったということになります。そうやって俺を試した目的は何だ。いや、
He's evil.
実はあなたに折り入って引き受けてもらいたい仕事がありましてね。何なんだそれは。
Because he has no moral
この山並
grounding.
の穴、3番隊の隊長を引き受けてもらいたい。
So I'm taking his place.
隊長。
And you'll do the same thing to me.
さあ、無粋な話はここまでだ。席を変えて新選組の未来について語り明かしませんか。
I can't wait to put a sword in this guy's
斉藤はじめ
back.
君。
Can't wait to put a sword in this guy's back. Like, he's just a dick.
天然理心流。覆面の男への唯一の手がかりを追い、新選組への潜入を決意した龍馬。二番隊隊長長倉新八との激闘の末、龍馬は入隊に成功する。そしてついに姿を現す天然理心流を操る新選組の大幹部たち。事件の真相へ一歩近づいたかに見えた龍馬。そこへ現れた新選組副長土方歳三。この男が龍馬の人生を大きく動かす。新選組三番隊隊長斎藤はじめ。龍馬のもう一つの人生が今始まる。
Aren't they already suspicious of his name? I was gonna say, the one guy say, did you just make that up on the spot? Joint Struggle, Chapter 4. Got their own little military here. I've seen a lot of these faces before. They're oh my gosh, they're reusing everybody's face. I don't know that one. For having to try and like keep the peace, and I say keep the peace, but trying to weed out um, weed out the loyalists, it doesn't seem like there's nearly enough of them. You would think they would have a bigger force, but maybe this isn't technically all of them. But maybe this is just some of the. So these are obviously the captains or whatever, but then the ones outside are like the ones that are just below them. You would think maybe they have even more foot soldiers. But, I don't know, because, yeah. Doesn't seem like enough people.
副長、局長は
Oh, I thought he was the head.
近藤局長は所要につき欠席です。
またですか。今じゃ新選組も大使1000人を抱える大組織。
Yeah, okay, 1,000 strong.
その頭が幹部会にろくに顔を出さないというのはいささか問題ですな。
幹部会を通じて局長からの指示は私が伝えています。組の運営も極めて順調に進んでいる。それでも何か問題が、伊藤さん。
Wonder if something happened to him.
今はそれでいいですがね、土方さん。これからもっと組は巨大になるでしょうし、派手な戦も起こるでしょう。そんな時に頭が目の前にいないというのは、参謀の私としては見逃せない事態なんですがね。
いっそのこと、新しい局長を決めるっちゅうのはどうです
？9th Division Captain. I haven't seen that face before.
どういう意味かな、鈴木君。
いくらことが順調に進んでる言うても、一軍の将っちゅうのは兵に何より敵に姿を晒し続けてこそ、部下も己の命を張る気になるっちゅうもんやないですか。強さこそが新選組の正義なんでしょ。なら隠れてこそこそやっとる人間より局長にふさわしい人物がおるやろって思いますがね。
君の言うふさわしい人物というのは伊藤さんのことを指しているのかね。
いや、そんなことは別に。
そうか、私にはそう聞こえたが、伊藤さんのつてで隊長まで上り詰めた君のことだ。伊藤さんに恩義を感じるのは当然だが、発言には気をつけた方がいい。
お気遣いどうも。
新選組は近藤局長を中心に動きます。これまでも、そしてこれからもね。参謀の伊藤さんはどうぞ心配なく。
わかりました。ま、局長には伊藤が心配してましたとお伝えくださいよ。
It doesn't feel very samurai-y to me. The characters feel very Yakuza. I know it's like a take, but they don't feel very historically accurate. Like they're all like laid back like Yakuza and the way they're acting. I guess it could be they could be like lower class. I don't know. That's my question. Is like other than a couple of them are acting very proper and man and stuff. I wonder if they're like considered lower class samurai, because then obviously some of the higher class samurai, um, but like they're not acting like with proper manners the way some like a lot of samurai and stuff are very. You had to stick with tradition and proper manners and certain things, but like I said, they could be considered very low class. Some of them, so it's interesting. There's a TV show coming on FX. I can't remember what it's called. The Warrior or something. It looks very interesting. It has some really good Japanese actors in it and stuff, and it is like very. It seems. I'm really hoping it really sticks to showing uh, samurai like culturally, historically, like a lot of like how they are and stuff. It looks really good. I mean, it's a drama and everything, but like the way they move, like the way they sit, their rituals, it seems very emphasis on a lot of the stuff they do, and like everything is done with a purpose, and all that, and everything's very formal. Like obviously the way like even like when you sit, like where you sit, and all this stuff. Um, and obviously, the higher class you are, the more it matters. So obviously, if you're like low class peasant and stuff, like you're not gonna have to like people don't worry about this. But that's why I said like lower class Ronin, and if you're a lower class samurai, you're not very caring about this. So, but since the Shinzen I guess, recruited from it as long as you had skill, then maybe they're from all walks of the samurai classes, and that's why they're behaving all very differently. Like you can see some of them are setting up very proper. Like you have the two at the head, and then you got like one, two on the left, two on the right, and then you got a couple other ones. You got the one in the front right, one on the left, and the other two in the back right here, who are sitting just kind of meh. You know, one guy's leaned back, the other guy's resting his head on his arm, and all that kind of stuff. So it's interesting. I'm wondering if they're just gonna kind of follow the Yakuza video game formula and just kind of make them act like Yakuza, or if they're actually. So far, they've kind of made them. Some of them have followed. Like some of them seemed like samurai, but I wonder how close, like how historically accurate and stuff they'll kind of make it, or if they'll kind of make them follow the Yakuza video game person, like the trope personality kind of stuff, or if they'll get them into. I'm interested. I'm just interested to see the changes and how the characters act from the regular Yakuza games to this game, because they're very different, obviously.
伝えられるならの話です。
どういう意味ですか？
ああ、いや、これはあくまで
Yeah, I
噂
see
で
you
す
there.
ね。実は局長はとっくに死んでるんじゃないかって、そんな話があるんですよ。
So I was gonna say, is he dead? Why are they trying to hide this?
そうでしょうな。
just so
私もそう思います。でもこんな噂が立つのも無理はないでしょう。ここしばらくの間で近藤局長に会ったことのある人間がどれだけいますかね。
I was gonna say, I can understand why they're trying to if he's dead, if they want to hide it, because then I guess that could mean I would assume they would just get a new leader, but it also could mean obviously if your leader dies during this time period, it could really show weakness, and it could put them it could really hurt them, and it also means that the loyalists could go for an all-out attack against them when they're in disarray. So yeah, I could understand why you would not want to let people know this, but also just having him hide away and not show up would then also kind of be a sign of weakness. Probably not as big, but yes, I see you there, Dementia. Which one's Kuze? Is he's the one from 5 and 6, right? The bald-headed guy from 5 and 6. The one I don't know yet. No.
なんせ参謀の私ですら入隊時に一度お会いしたっきりですからね。
Oh, he's the one on the right.
局長の
Right
不
there.
在をいいことに土方さんら元司令官の方々が新選組を私物化しようとしている。
Yakuza Zero. Kuze.
なんて実にけしからんことを言うやつも出てくる始末で、いやはや実にけしからんですな。
He's playing a different character.
そんな状況なわけです。よろしく頼みますよ、副長さん。
もちろん。いつまで小難しい話してんねん。
He never washes his... Man never take a bath?
お前らのつまらん話聞くくらいなら寝とった方がよっぽどマシや。それより新隊長様はまだ来てへんのかいな。近くとはけしからんの。もうすぐ来るはずだ。来たな。こちらへ。掃除。ああ、はいはい。揃ったな。皆、3番隊隊長就任の件は聞いているな。斉藤君。3番隊隊長の斉藤はじめです。以後、大見資料卿。
3番隊隊長だ。こいつ昨日入隊したばかりだって話じゃねえか。そんな奴に隊長の座任せちまっていいんですかね。
7th Division Captain Tani Sanjiro.
斉藤は俺と宗司が立ち会うて実力を認めた。
それやったら不足なんか、谷。
ずいぶん肩を持つじゃねえか、長倉さんよ。いくらもらったんだ？それとも女か？
お前と一緒にすんなや、ゲスが。
相変わらず堅物だね。俺たちは今をときめく新選組の隊長様だぜ。この立場を最大限利用しないでどうするんだよ。
誰が三番隊隊長かなんてどうでもええわ。要件済ましてさっさと切り上げてくれまんが、隊の訓練が控えとるんで。
Fifth Division, Takeda, Karayusa.
隊の訓練ね。
何笑うとんねん、佐之助。
いやいや、さすが甲州流軍学を治めた武田さんだ。変わった訓練してらっしゃる。この前もあんたんとこの大使が愚痴ってましたよ。隊長様の愛が怖いって。
Was that a sexual reference? I'm confused.
心も体も教育。なんなら踊れも味わってみるか。
幹部会だぞ。余計な口を開くな。
No, I can never say that name.
佐之助、隊長のお前がそういう態度をとっているから10番隊は素行が悪いのだ。口を慎め。へいへい。新選組の小獣とが。
斉藤君には明日から任務についてもらう。松原君、その時に任務を一通り説明するように。
Fits the part though.
なぜ私が？
The look. They just need people that look the part, I guess. Matsubara, Juji.
隊長になって日が浅い者同士協力してやれ。
失礼ながら副長、私もこの男がいきなり隊長というのは納得しておりません。私がどれだけの苦労をしてこの座についたか。
松原君、私はお願いしているのではない。命令しているのだ。
はいはい。じゃあ俺が教えますよ。こう見えて教えるのうまいんですよ俺。いいでしょ土方さん。
Todo. Hesuke.
東堂、日和見だお前は。
あ、ひどいな松原さん。助け舟出したのに。どうです土方さん。
いいだろう。では斉藤君の件は平助に任せる。
了解です。じゃあ明日。
それともう一件。先般隊脱走の罪で身柄を捕らえられていた総長兼三番隊隊長の山並圭介だが、昨晩大義に基づき切腹に処した。
切腹。
山並さん殺しちゃったんですか？
どういうことっすか副将。山並さんは俺ら司令官の仲間の一人だったじゃないですか。なのにどうして。
俺らって佐之助さん司令官出身じゃないじゃないですか。いつから近藤派になったんですか？
うるせえ。俺は何年も前に一度近藤さんの手ほどきを受けてんだ。心は司令官よ。
とにかく隊を脱するを許さず、それが新選組の鉄の掟だ。山並はそれを承知した上で隊を離れた。だから殺したまでだ。1年前の芹沢鴨、平山五郎、平間重介の粛清しかり、ハットに例外はない。裏切りは死。ここにいる皆も肝に銘じておくことだな。我々の働きに幕府も信頼を寄せている。各隊、さらなる働きを期待する。以上だ。
So I guess once you get into this position, it's for life. Do they like? Can you not retire at all? Can they not like say like you're done? So is there just no way out? Like, what if you're like like you're injured to the point like you're just not able to do the job anymore? I guess you just can't quit on your own
いつも
choice.
こんな調子や。
局長の近藤がいないのもいつも通りか。
ああ、いとも言うとったが、とっくに死んどるんやないかなんて噂が立つのもまあ無理ないわ。
そうか。
I still don't understand how he thinks. I mean, so yeah, there's some people here that use this style, but then there's got to be the people who teach the style. And then he said there's people in Edo. He said it was mainly an Edo style, so how do you know there's not more people? Like, you just, like, I guess this is as much as he can go on, but there's definitely could be more people that could be using this style, including the person who taught it. Is heir to the Tenen region? So is the chief the one who taught everybody? And he's either disappeared or not showing up or dead.
長い道のりになりそうだ。
斉藤さん。
お前は
東堂ですよ、東堂平介。
仕事の説明は明日からじゃなかったのか。
それとは別件でして。はいこれ。
これは
新選組名物浅黄色の羽織です。しかもこれは隊長のみが着用を許された隊長格仕様です。明日からこれ着てきてくださいね。隊長としてパリッとしてもらわないと。じゃお疲れ様でした。
Okay. Supposed to equip it? Shinsengumi captains wear such a lot of blue. However, guess I'll put mine on tomorrow and get back to Terdalia for now. You wanking it that hard? Did you rip a muscle? Oh, I got something. True Grit Emblem Defense plus 225. Those are big numbers. Like 173, 225. But I got total defense 398. Apparently I can hold 200 swords. 200 weapons. Remember, quality and quantity over mass weight. Like if you do like 75% the weight. I mean, I mean, you're young. You should be able to bounce back, but eventually you're gonna wear and tear if you do it. If you try to overload yourself, you're gonna really wear and tear on your joints and stuff. Might be why my knees. I think that's why my knees are so bad. Because of football and stuff. Like so much wear and tear on my knees from sports. I just love the look of the game, man. It looks good. Yeah, this weekend I'm gonna try and stop by the store and pick up some dumbbells. I want a set of 20 and 30s, or like 20 and 40s, or maybe some. I can't spend too much money, but I just want something easy. I want not easy, but something cheap. Just like 2 sets of something. And I need to strengthen up my arms first before I start doing push-ups, because I don't. If I try to go straight into push-ups, my arms are not gonna be able to do it. Where are we going? Oh, this is. I know what this is. Do I want to do anything? What's this? So this is story related. And this is the bath. Oh, story related. Story related. What's this? A shrine. Story related. Chicken racing. Yeah, I don't think I've been here. I'll go to this arms dealer. Well, how much does it hurt? I mean, is it just sore than usual, or like if you tear something, if you like, well, your muscles are when you lift weights, you're oh shit, what the heck? Why am I? So obviously working out your muscles is tearing your muscles, but if you're worried about like having damaged your bicep, like having torn it off of the thing or something, then that would hurt. That would hurt really, really bad. How bad you hurt? Oh, come on. Damn, fuck you. Well, I'm not sure if heat or cool. I know cold. If you do cold, it should help it, but I think it makes it you kind of lose some of your gains. But I don't know. Like I can't garner. I'm not sure how much it's hurting. So if it's hurting really bad, you know, I might ice it a little bit. But I would also like try, you know, massaging it and slowly stretching it. To see if it helps. But also, you just did it yesterday, so I would also give it some time. Oh, come on, I dodged that shit. Accidentally. Damn it. I did dodge it, but I accidentally went for another attack. Sorry, I was already attacking. Seems like there's more enemies now. 2 days ago? I mean, yeah, and it's still really hurting. Yeah, if it doesn't feel like a normal, like your normal kind of wear and tear, your normal kind of ache, then I don't know. Yeah, I would check. I'm not sure. Check online, Google it if you're supposed to ice it, or if you're supposed to or not. It's ice or heat, because I'm not positive. Also, I would slowly see how much you can like how much it hurts to bend your arm away. See if you can fully extend your arm. Like slowly do it, so you don't like yank it and hurt it more. If you can't do that, if it hurts really really bad, then maybe you need to go see a doctor. There's a lot of bandits out here I can fight. Oh, come on. See, okay. See, that's not my fault. He does go into, okay, once I... Okay, I dodged that. What? What? Okay, that was cheating. I dodged around behind him, and then apparently I still got stabbed. I circled around behind him, and then when he finished his attack, he didn't, there was no animation, but he apparently just slightly bumped me. Like his character must have bumped me. His hitbox bumped me because I fucking took damage. What hot garbage is this? This is why I like this game, but it feels like it feels like some of the battle they didn't play out the combat system doesn't feel nearly as smooth as any of the other ones. Not even as smooth as Yakuza 0. Right there. Like, what the fuck was that shit? Okay, that second time he hit me made more sense because he swung to the right. But the first time he hit me, I circled all the way around behind him. And he supposedly bumped me with the back end of his staff, but there was no animation. He just as the staff swung back after he stabbed forward, I took damage. That's so stupid. Well, if it's hurting, you got to make sure not to do a whole bunch of work, because you could, if it's hurting and stuff, you could overwork it. Like if you're So if you went and did weights and stuff, and you worked it, and then you continue to do a whole bunch of work around the house and stuff, and if it's damaged, you need to give it time to rest and heal. You need to like give it a little bit of time to let it rest and heal. And if you're continuing to do a bunch of lifting, heavy lifting and stuff, your muscle isn't. It's continuing to um, whatever. Like if you're doing sports, if you're just lifting naturally heavy stuff, whatever it may be, even if it's like 30, 40, if it's only like 20, 30, 40 pounds, your muscles are still tearing, or they're not being able to just sit there and rest. If they're not in a, like, you don't have to do absolutely nothing, but if you're lifting anything of like anything that is of a of a decent amount of weight, your muscles will tear even a little bit. If you lift something that weighs 30 or 40 pounds, 20 pounds even, and you extend your arms a bit, or if you hold on to it a while, your muscles will start to tear. And if your muscles are already overextended, if you tore it quite a bit and they weren't a little bit too much, like if you did a lot of workout and stuff, then you haven't given enough time to, and if they weren't fully healed and you tore it a whole bunch more again, then or started doing a whole bunch of work or something. Like, I don't know what you've been doing. Like if you went to work and you were doing a bunch of lifting, a bunch of stuff in the kitchen or dishes or whatever. Stuff at school. Like, trust me, I would do the same thing. Like, I had a 40-pound bag I would carry around all the time, and after doing weightlifting, like, I would not. My arms would kill me. My arms would be killing, and I would have to stop. I had to figure out to stop carrying my bag around. I would just carry an individual book around with me going to class, because I would stop carrying the bag, because carrying that 40-pound bag around would it was too much weight, and my muscles were fucking killing. Like, I would do more damage because they weren't healing, because I was just carrying all this weight around constantly. So I would like exercise, and then I'd have to like make sure that you have to let them rest and then get some heal. Yeah, see, like, remember, you're probably not going to tear them. Your muscles aren't going to naturally tear as much as going to the gym, because you're pouring on way more weight. Yeah, they're not going to tear nearly as much because you're putting on way more weight. But they still, especially if they're in a state where they're already torn, then they're not going to heal. They're not going to Yeah, they're not going to heal. So if you go to work and everything, so like, I'm not saying skip work or anything, but you got to keep that in mind. If you're going to go to work after, maybe don't work out as hard. Do a little bit less weight, and like I said, a little bit less weight, maybe a little bit more repetitions, or just a little bit shorter workout overall. So you're doing a little bit less, because you're going to have to then go to work, and you're going to need that energy, and your muscles are going to need to be better, and they're going to need to have a faster recoup time. It's the same thing if you like do like a sports player. They can't work out the day before a game. They can't do a whole bunch of workout the day before, rip all their muscles, like just be all ripped to pieces, and then go to the game the next day. Well, yeah, but then especially don't do a whole bunch of them. Like, don't do it a whole bunch. Like, it seems like you hadn't been doing it for a little bit, so they weren't prepared. You got to work your way a little bit into it. Like, if you normally do a certain amount, maybe do, like I said, uh, 2/3 that amount, or 75% the amount, so that you can work your back way into it. Your muscles get used to it, especially if you have work the same day or next day, and then on your next regiment, kind of get back into your routine, especially if you took some time off. So, because your muscles, like I said. And then, especially if you have work the next day, like I said, maybe do a little bit smaller rep, or a smaller amount of workout. Do like I said, 75% of what you normally do, because you got to work, or even like half if you need to. Like, if you're doing 40 reps, maybe do 20 or 25, because you need that energy and you need your muscles to go to work. And they also need, that means they're going to be doing work and stuff, but that means you have less time for your muscles to recuperate before the next time you go to work out and the next time you go to work. So you just got less time to recuperate, because you're going to go from straight to gym to work, and then probably school the next day, or going from gym that day, and then they need at least 24 hours or something to start recuperating, or not to start, but to start healing themselves, or to heal themselves. So, I don't know if it's like a day or 2 days, but usually that's that sore period that you feel, depending on how much they've torn. So yeah, do it, at least do a little bit less. And like I said, like, you don't need to feel like you've like exhausted yourself completely. And if you're gonna go to work, do a little bit less. But like I said, if you feel like you can't extend your arms, or if it feels like that pain is really really bad in an area and it won't go away, then you might need to go see a doctor or something, because especially if it feels like there's a certain spot where, I don't know, like where the muscles attach somewhere. If it doesn't go away after several days afterwards, and especially if you extend your arm, if you move your arm back and forth, do it slowly, and you extend it, and it feels like when I think it's when at the extent when your muscles stretch the most. If it feels like that muscle is hurting, if it hurts to try and do that extension, you might have pulled something, or there might be a tear or something at the, not like in the middle of the muscle, but you might have torn something where the connection is to the tendon, not the tendon, but where the connective tissue is. So, like I said, go easy on it, and just do some stretching, like very light stretching, or like I said, check online, see if it's icing it or heating it is the better thing to try and heal, because I can't remember which one's which. I mean, yeah, nothing. You can't go wrong with just resting. But I think, like I said, icing or heating. But like I said, slowly, kind of stretch it slowly, and see, because you want to know if that pain. You want to know if that pain is very severe at the extension. Because if it is really bad, if it feels different, because you can normally feel, does it just feel like an ache? Does it feel like an ache, or does it feel like, is it this severe pain? Because if it is that severe pain, then it might be a good idea to go see the doctor, or at least get something set up. Because if you have a torn muscle, trust me, you don't want to leave that, because that could, especially if you're going to keep working, that could cause a lot. That can cause a lot of problems. All right, let's get some food in us here. Dish of mochi and sweet red beans will warm you to your cord in cold days. Yeah, if you have a heating pad, like I said, Google it. I'm never sure of when to use to use heat and to use cold, but if you have a heating pad, or if you have an ice pack, or just some ice in a bag, sometimes one's better than the other sometimes. So it might be good to put a heating pad or an ice pack on there to help it recuperate too. Made by cutting agar jelly into noodles, flavored with soy sauce and vinegar. I've never heard of any of these. These must be like... These are extremely traditional Japanese things.
Oh, my.
Guess we'll just go with the sake. Yeah, if like I said, if it's not that extreme pain, if you're not like, if it's not causing you to recurl in pain, then you're probably okay. But I would still look to, like probably put a little heating pad or something on it. But yeah, just lay down, relax, give your some time. Oh, I don't know why they didn't make him a killer. Like, he's a bloody samurai. Why isn't he killing people? What was I gonna do? There was something here I wanted to see. What are you? Arms dealer. Yes, we want to check out the arms dealer. Oh, that's already opened up. Who's the arms dealer? Are you on the other side? Oh, did I? Was I in here before? I don't remember. Bundle blade? Handy blade. One. It says offers excellent defense. It says moderately sharp, but offers excellent defense, but it says defense 0. Straight spear. Imported revolver. Ooh, high revolver. Did I accidentally buy 2? Did I accidentally buy one of these? I must have bought something I didn't realize I bought. I already have a gold loincloth. I have a gold loincloth. Why is this under breastplate? Why does it say loincloth under breastplate? That makes no sense. It's underwear. You wear it under your clothes. No self-respecting man be caught dead without them. You never heard going commando? What are you barking at? What's wrong? What did I do to you? What did I do to you? Get some water. Ooh, platinum filling. Damn, that's a high level item. Oh wait, leave that dude alone. Yeah, you. I got a problem with you, man. Damn it. Damn it, it'd be nice if you could switch styles faster. I gotta switch styles right when I switch styles. What you gonna do about it, huh? What you gonna do about it? Yet somehow they're still alive at the end. How? How are you still alive? You've been shot to oblivion and stabbed to oblivion. Seal. Blah, blah, blah. Abilities. Oh, a training orb. What's this? Dance of Mourning. Slip underneath an enemy and fire into his back. His family may mourn, but we all have sorrows to bear. Consumes heat. Ouch. That hurts. Wild Dancer Ring 4. Strengthen the power basic attacks, finishing blows, and actions and Wild Dancer. Swollen Witch? What's a Swollen Witch? What's that? Oh, wait. Now that I look at it, it's maybe swollen, which is not good. Gotcha. I mean, it could be tender. Like I said, maybe try doing a little icing. I don't know. It might not be torn. It just might be like I said, your muscles, because they haven't had time to heal. Perform a stronger finishing blow after a combo. Triangle right after you charged finishing blow hits. Right before charged finishing blow hits. What? Well, if you feel like it's swollen, if you feel like there's some swelling in the arm, then I would definitely watch it over the next day or so.
そう言われましてもね、親御さんが事故で亡くなってかわいそうだとは思うけど、こっちも商売なんですよ。この子がいくら頑張ったって親御さんの借金100両払えるわけがないでしょ。だとしたらやっぱりあの家を売るしかないよ。
それだけはあの家は両親との思い出が詰まった大切な場所なんです。
だったらどうやって払うってんだ。君みたいな若い娘があの大金を払うなんて体でも売らなきゃ無理だぞ。とにかく
Are we talking about? Do you work at a store, shop,
予
or
定通りあの家は売りに出させてもらうからね。
a restaurant?
そろそろ荷物をまとめておくように。それじゃ。
やっぱりダメか。ごめんね。なんとかしてあげたいんだけれど。
いいんです、神主さん。地主さんに掛け合ってくれてありがとうございました。
いや、これくらい。君のご両親とは 仲良くさせてもらってたからね。協力するのは当然だよ。しかし借金を払うわてか。そんなのないよな。どうしよう。
おい、どうしたんだ？揉め事か？
あ、斉藤さん。
Oh, it's the same. Yeah, it is the same priest. If you feel like I said, keep an eye on it, like for the next day or so, and if you feel like it doesn't go down, then I would definitely check
な
doctor.
るほどな。事故で死んだ親の借金100両を払うあてを探さないと、この子はこの家から追い出されてしまうと。
How? And this must be this is like a Japanese thing, right? The fact I think even I don't even know. I don't think this. Sometimes this happens still. I've seen some things in like current day dramas and stuff somehow that they pass down like people some people are responsible for their parents' debt. Is this just a Japanese thing? How I'd have to look into it. I can understand back in the day because they want the money, but this is extremely immoral. She is not responsible for her parents' debt. She had nothing to do with it. Her parents died. That's the end of the debt. You don't get your fucking money. She's not reliable for the debt. But even like current day, for some reason, I would have to check. Maybe sometimes they're like a co-signer on the debt. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe they did something illegal. But like even like current day, sometimes parents, I would people like I would be watching a drama. Maybe it's made up, but it feels like in Japan, like somehow you're still reliable for like not family members necessarily, but like a parent's debt. Like you will get straddled with debt somehow. Which how the hell does that happen? If my parents take out a whole bunch of fucking money and stuff, I don't get straddled with that debt. It has nothing to do with me. Now, if they do something illegal and take it out under my name or something, that's a totally different matter. But um, yeah, back in the day, like that's so fucking evil. The fact that um, the fact that the fact that this is like this kind of law like doesn't protect the fact that uh, I think in Western law at the maybe even at this time this is like the 1800s, right? There's a good chance that I think we weren't doing this. We might. It might just depend. It might just depend. But I'm pretty sure if the children were not responsible for the parents' debt in this situation. I guess it depends on where you were at. I would think it would be English common law that like a child would not be like if it doesn't matter when I say child, but like if your 50-year-old parents took out a loan and they died, like the 20-year-old or 30-year-old when they died, then you were not responsible for their debt. Like this kind of law doesn't make sense for me. It seems like obviously a law put in place by the the debtors, I think it is, the ones lending the money to try and scrounge everything out of the people who never even borrowed the money.
うん。だけど、こんな若い子を一人で路頭に迷わせるわけにはいかないじゃない。それに、この子にとって、この家は特別に大切な場所みたいだし。
そうなのか？
はい。この家は事故で死んだ両親が残してくれた唯一の形見みたいなものなんです。私は生まれてからずっとこの家で育ってきました。うちは貧乏だったけど、お父さんもお母さんも優しくて、私すごく幸せでした。ここは そんな家族との思い出が詰まっている大切な場所なんです。両親が亡くなった今、この家まで失ったら私の大切なものも思い出も全部なくなっちゃう。それがすごく怖くて。
Say little girl, she doesn't look that little. Or that young.
それに両親の借金も元はといえば私のせいなんです。
Oh.
どういうことだ？
Maybe the situation's different?
幼い頃珍しい病気にかかってしまったんです。治すには高い薬が必要で、両親はそれを買うために借金を。だからうちの借金は両親のじゃないんです。私の借金なんです。私が病気にならなければ借金もなかったし、この家を失うこともなかったのに。
I understand, but you didn't borrow the money. You were a child.
親が子供のために尽くすのは当たり前だ。それはお前の責任じゃない。
You don't owe anything.
お前がそんなことを言ってるのを知ったら、天国の親御さんたちも悲しむはずだ。自分を責めるのはよせ。事情は分かった。要はこの子の借金を払う当てができれば、この子はこの家を失わずに済むということだな。
あ、うん、そうだけど。
一つ頼みがある。この家を案内してもらえないか？
え？あ、はい。
Well, I was gonna say, don't worry about it. That's why I say give it a day, see how it goes. But dude, it's always better to be safe than sorry. You don't want to live with an injury, because like if you're right and you are injured, and you don't do anything about it, it's gonna lead to worse. You could cause permanent damage to a point that, like, yeah, if you have a torn muscle or something, there could be a point where that you'd have to go in for surgery or something. But if it's something that maybe that could be dealt with now or whatever, but that's why I say see how it goes for a day or two. See if the swelling goes down. See how, like, that. Watch it. Pay attention to it. But if it seems to get worse, or the pain doesn't go away, or the swelling continues, then do something. I'm not saying like freak out about it now. That's what I'm saying. Just watch it. You already know that it seems to feel a little different from the past couple days, or the normal. So, but then but it's better to do something about it and have it end up being nothing, right? Because like I said, if it is something like a torn muscle, ligament, or not ligament, I don't know, but whatever it is, but a tendon or something, then you could lose function in that arm, in your arm. Like, you could do more damage to it. So it's better to pay attention and go to the doctor and find out. Yeah, I don't know this character. It must be from one of the later games, because it's not the girl from Yakuza 0. The voice is a little familiar, but I don't think so. Is this the girl from Song of Life? Is she Yakuza 6? But it says little girl. I can understand it saying young girl, but it says little girl. When it says little girl, I'm thinking like a 6, 7, 8 year old. You know, it says little girl. She looks like she's 16 or 17 at least. Is this gonna be our house? Are we gonna like move in here and help her save the place? That's what it seems like. Don't we? I mean, we owe the people at the yeah. It looks like there's a garden. We can even grow stuff. Those daikon radishes.
どう？いいでしょう。ちょっと古いけど畑で野菜も作れるし、台所とかお風呂もちゃんとついてるからね。地主が欲しがんのもわかるでしょう。
ああ、 確かにな。
No, I haven't played it yet. No, I was just asking because I saw there was a couple young female characters on the front, so I was wondering if that could be one of them because you made it sound like she was a prominent character. But I was gonna say the young girl. I was gonna say he owes a whole bunch of money to the hotel lady. We have to pay. I wonder if we're ever actually gonna have to pay her off. But then also, it seems like the young girl at the hotel has a thing for him. She's not gonna be happy if he moves out into this girl's place.
俺も気に入った。よし、
Too
決めたぞ。
nice?
え決めたって
How is it too
何を
nice?
さっき言っていたよな。この子の借金を返す当てが欲しいと。
うん。
なら、俺がその当てになってやる。
Let's get married.
えどういうこと
わからないのか。俺がこの子の借金を返すということだ。
Wouldn't it be weird moving in with just a single girl? I guess letting out the place wouldn't be weird, but
そりゃありがたいけどいいの借金100両だよ100万じゃないよ
ああ。だが俺もそこまでお人よしじゃない。
I don't have that though.
条件が2つある。
条件。
ああ。1つ目の条件だが、この家は俺の別宅にさせてもらう。
別宅
そうだ。たまにはこうした田舎でのんびりと自給自足の生活を送るのも悪くない。
なるほど確かに野菜作りや料理もできるから別宅には最適かもしれんね。
They would be okay with this?
もう一つの条件だが、
It's just one woman and one guy though.
お前には今まで通りこの家に住んでもらう。
どういうことです？
I was gonna say.
まだ今日の街でやらなければいけないことがたくさんある。ここで毎日過ごすことはできない。だからお前にはこの家に住み込みで家事や掃除をしてもらいたい。そうすればお前もこの家と離れずに済む。借金の苦しみからも解放される。
なるほど。
すごい。
まあ
I don't know if you could get away with this
俺みたい
actually
なむ
back
さ苦し
in
い
the day.
男と暮らさなきゃならんという新たな問題は発生するかな。
So I could see a woman being able to let her house out, maybe, especially if she was like, say, uh, not divorced, but like if her husband passed away and she needs to be able to make money. But a young woman, especially if it's just a young woman with a single man letting the house out and they're living in the same house, like she's not just letting the house out and living somewhere else. Uh, I think there would be I wonder what kind of moral questions there would be. I don't know how strict they were. At the very least, they would think they were definitely sleeping together. In this condition, you would just probably most of the time she would just get married, and the guy would just move in to probably keep the house, or vice versa. She would probably just get married, but I would say vice versa, but like yeah, maybe she would move in with him, but and they would sell the house, but yeah, this seems like a situation. It would be like young girl guy doesn't they even had they had restrictions on stuff like this. No, I'm just talking about like the moral code that they had like back in the day. Like you just couldn't move in with a woman. Otherwise they were considered a whore. Like they that's how you were looked as. And like you said, like normally she would be, if she was going to let the place out, she would move out if it was a man. If she was going to let the place out to multiple people, maybe she could stay there. Especially if she was going to let the place out to maybe a married couple or something. But like you got to take into content like the culture and like how people would react to certain things back in the day. But Japan's a little different than some. I guess they're conservative by nature, but not Shinto, Buddhism, and Shintoism. Well, I guess Confucianism is, but I don't think Buddhism is. And Shintoism definitely isn't nearly as conservative. Korea would definitely be far more conservative in that manner, even between man and women, because of Confucianism, which I don't think Japan was nearly as Confucius. I think they were kind of, but not. I don't think it was as strict. Um, Same thing in Western culture. It'd be extremely weird to have a woman let out her place and live with a man, even if it was just renting a room, because then there would obviously be questions about whether or not what appropriateness, like when a man and a woman live together, things will happen. It's just bound to happen.
ただ悪い話ではないはずだ。どうする？
本当にいいんですか？借金を肩代わりしてもらって、その上私もこの家で住ませていただくなんて。
And she's definitely the marrying age at that
確か
time.
に少し高い買い物ではあるがな。俺も一応武士だ。
Where am I gonna get the 100 ryo though? I have 12 ryo.
ありがとうございます。よろしくお願いします。
決まりだな。
やったー、よかったね。
Well, I was gonna say, Kiryu, like, why doesn't he just fucking marry this girl?
そういえば
Can't the poor guy can't find love even when he's in an alternate reality.
俺は斎藤だ。お前は？
はるかと言います。
はるかか。
Is her name Haruka in the other video game too, or just this one?
はるか。
はい、よろしくお願いします、斉藤さん。
Like I said, she seems like she's 16, 17, which is really close to marrying age. You now have access to a second home. Where am I going to get the money? Am I supposed to pay? Where am I supposed to get this? To travel here at any time, speak to the ferryman at the south Kimachi Yashiki Machitak and Fushimi. Outside you can grow crops and raise chickens. Inside you can cook meals and fulfill trade orders. Ooh. See, okay, hold on. Not in this, she isn't, first of all. And I didn't know that. I didn't know. See, that's what I'm saying is, I'm still only on Yakuza 0, so I didn't know this is supposed to be his adopted daughter. Like, she's the character for his adopted daughter, you're saying, in the Yakuza series. So, yeah, that would be awkward if they got, yeah, if they got together in this one. But that's why, to me, as someone, if you just played this game and didn't play the other ones, it'd be like, well, why didn't he just offer to marry her? It would seem more natural, even if it was just a bunk marriage. Or I say bunk marriage, but you know, not a bunk marriage, but like, so she could keep the house and everything. But like I said, still in this culture, it would be strange having them live in the same house together and everything. As for the arrears, I don't know what that word is. I've never seen that word before. I would think it was supposed to be areas. Oh, okay, so this is about repayments. Alright, so I gotta pay 5 payments, 20 Rio at a time. Here at your new home, another life has begun. When it all seems like too much, stop by Anna Wine, your rustic abode. It would have been nice if, like, this introduction to her, um, kind of gave them you're introduced to the monk or through the priest. It'd be nice if your introduction to her kind of gave him a fatherly role with her in this one too. Like even if it was small, but it doesn't kind of feel that way. It would have been nice if you kind of got that feeling even in this one, even if you didn't have that connection from the mainline games, so that you kind of felt like he was giving a father, being like a father figure towards her. Another life. You can not only acquire virtue and money, but also material for equipment. Such things could make all the difference along the dangerous roads Ryoma will travel. Yeah, it'd be nice if we got a little bit of that hint of father-daughter relationship before he offered to buy it, move in and pay. That'd be nice. Also, if her mother was around too, then that'd been then Ryoma could have a romance option. Oh, he gave me some stuff. Let's see if I can equip this. Really, is this golden? What I want to see. Increases the power of brawler attacks by 45%. Increases the brawler attacks. I think we're gonna keep that because it increases by 90%. Increased brawler attacks, and this it just adds another 30 defense. This though gives us 200 defense. So. For this one, become 100% less likely to be stunned. So 100% less likely, does that mean I can never be stunned? Or does that mean I have a certain percent to be stunned? It depends on how it's worded, I guess. I've never figured out, how the hell do I how do I pull out my battle axe? I haven't figured that out yet. Ooh, we can harvest? Great harvest. Nice. Not too bad. Do I have to hit? Am I supposed to hit it at a certain time? No, I guess it's random. Nice. Now can I plant stuff? How do I plant? What's this? A washing board? What was that? I talked to her. Go this way. What's this? shrine functions just like temples. You can use them to channel your virtue. By doing this, you can do things like expand your farm, get new cooking equipment, change the interior of your house, or build pet shelters. Your life can be much more comfortable and enjoyable if you use your virtue prudently. Cool. I want to plant more vegetables. Examine. What's that what we're doing here? The tool shed, you can maintain a vegetable garden. Produce grows over time and will eventually be ready for harvesting. Actually, the time each vegetable takes to ripen is different, so consider what to plant and when. Looks like that it's out here. Enter. Viewing the trade ledger will open up a list of orders to fulfill. This is a good way to turn fresh vegetables and items into money. Gather the items in the order and hand them to Haruka. She'll go exchange the goods for money. You will receive higher prices for the items compared to a pawn shop, so make the most of this opportunity. Examine the symbols. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, okay. I rested and got health. Nice. Dude, the place is so small. In the kitchen, you can create delicious homemade meals. Cooking is a mini-game. Play well, and you'll wind up with a culinary masterpiece. Play poorly, however, and all the ingredients you brought to the table will go to waste. Just the one room then, huh? Damn. This home houses a number of recovery spots such as the bath, futon, and living room. Use these to rest and recover anytime your health is low. Well, I appreciate it. Are you guys gonna sleep in the same room? Oh, I can increase the farm, it looks like. We got cucumbers, potatoes, daikons, carrots, spinach. Damn, that is big. Spinach, carrots, daikons, potatoes. Fortunately, cucumbers are huge, so I guess we'll go another spinach. And let's see what we can do over here. Typical kitchen and upgrade, cooking success rate. Damn, I had a lot more stuff than I expected. Farming expansion 3. Choy. Strawberries, taro. Seamaster. Store has opened up where you can buy goods with your virtue. Visit the shop by talking to the Shinto priest. There we go. There we go. Do we have turnips? No turnips. Let's get a couple turnips. Vertic root. Potato. Actually, let's move this sweet potato. Here. Sweet potato. Got 2 ginger. 2 ginger. Damn, that's a big bean. Need fertilizer, apparently. Can't talk to Haruka? Oh, okay. Carving in the shape of a scarecrow. This would be a bit embarrassing to use on a daily basis. Wait, what? Okay. Giri meshi. Handmade rice ball. Okay, that's food / health. Alright. I think the garden's gonna look nice. Hopefully we'll be able to make it a little bigger next time we come in. Let's see. I want to go inside. I guess we can't go back in. I wanted to see what orders we could fulfill. Shucks. wonder if we have to pay every time I need to come back here.
斉藤さん、いってらっしゃいませ。
ああ、はるか。ちょっと出てくる。
あ、はい。何卒お気をつけて。
硬いな。
何がです？
はるかの俺への態度だ。これから一緒に過ごすんだ。もっと気さくに接してくれて構わない。
あ、はい。わかりました、斉藤さん。
どうするか。ひとまずその斉藤さんという呼び方を変えてみるか。
はい。ではなんて呼べばいいでしょう？
そうだな。
Hajime is just his name. Hajime Satan. I don't know. Which one do you think works best? It'd be weird just having him say Hajime. Hajime-chan?
あだ名で呼ばれるのもいまいちピンとこないしな。となるとおじさんとかか。
おじさん、確かになんかすごくしっくりきます。なんでだろう。
まあもともと老け顔だからな。実際の年はまだおじさんというほどでもないが。
ごめんなさい。失礼でしたよね。
いや、言い出したのは俺だし構わん。お前が呼びやすければそれでいい。どうだ、呼びやすいか？
はい、すごく呼びやすいです。
ならそれでいい。これからはもっと打ち解けてくれ。じゃあ行ってくる。はいじゃない。運でいいぞ。
いってらっしゃい、おじさん。
What was that? Paying off debts. Make payments on your new home while lodging at Haruka's home. The landlord will send you letters to collect payment until Haruka's debt is repaid. Payment plan has 5 payments at 20 ryo apiece. By covering the debt, you receive new kimonos for Haruka to wear. And trust meter shows how close you and Haruka have grown, and can be raised by interacting with her enough times. After raising her trust to certain levels, special slice of life scenes with Haruka become available.
か見たことある気もするけど。
毎度おおきに。あら、おかえりやす。三番隊隊長さん。意外とお早いお帰りどすな。
ああ、今日は顔見せ程度だった。
それにしてもほんまに入隊してしまうなんてな。それも隊長やなんて。
これで宿代は一安心だ
な。何言うてんの。給料もらう前に死んでまう人なんていくらでもいてはるんやで。きっちりお代をいただくまでは油断できまへん。
相変わらず金に細けえ女だ。
それは
タイの羽織だ。明日から着ていく。
ああ、浅黄色のあれやね。ほんなら竹直しといてあげるさかい。貸して。
悪いな。
気にせんといて。お代はちゃんといただきますさかい。おりょうちゃん。
はーい。何ですか、おかみさん。
この羽織はじめさんが明日来てくから裾直しといてあげて。おりょうちゃん。
嫌どす。
Doesn't like the Shinsengumi.
おりょうちゃん。
なんで私が人切りの袖なんか直さなあかんの。
人切りってはじめさんやないの。
そんなん関係ない。はじめさんも結局ただの人切りや。
Told you.
おりょう。
人切りなんて大嫌いや。
ちょっとおりょうちゃん。あかんかったか。
あいつどうかしたのか。
あの子な、父親が幕府の役人に切られとるんよ。
そうなのか。
親御さん勤皇派の活動家やったらしくてな。それで人切りってものに敏感になってもうたみたい。まして好きな人が人切りになるのは耐えられんかったみたいやな。
Told you.
好き？おりょうが俺をか。
いや、気づいてへんの？
Doesn't matter what reality's in, Kiryu. You just can't. Oh my God, Kiryu, how are you so like? I'm not this stupid, all right? I'm not this stupid. Ugh, Kiryu. Dude, you could have the. You got girls all over you, man. Just take the girl. Take her.
はあ、にっぷい男やね。
Stupid lucky
おりょう
bastard.
ちゃんも厄介なに惚れてもうたわ。あの子の様子見たらわかるやろ。
いや、俺にはそうは思えないが。
こりゃほんま難儀やな。さあ、おりょうちゃんを探してきておくれやす。泣かせた女を追いかけるんは男の役目どすえ。
そうは言っても一体どこに。
鴨川とかちゃう。一人になりたい時は静かに川でも眺めたくなるもんやろ。
鴨川か。まあ行ってみる。
I assume it's this big river, right? Go. Dude, I just shot you with the pistol. Okay. Pistol shot apparently does not. I'm always expecting the pistol shot to like knock him back, but it doesn't. Kind of feels like it should. You just got shot with a pistol and he just keeps coming at me like, and then that didn't do nothing. This should be along the river. Is this the river? Let's have a look. Why does it look?
Hmm?
I'm looking for a girl, not a cat. Wait, why is she black now? She's gonna think we abandoned her. Not the cat. You have formed a bond with the filthy cat. I'm looking for the girl. It says along the Rio River. Is it along? She ran this way. Oh shit. She went. She went. Okay. Formed a bond with the pelican bear. Okay. Man, she ran really far away. Out of my way.
父親のことを女将から聞いた。
そう。はじめさんはなんで新選組に入ったん？お金？偉くなりたい？それとも人を切りたいだけ？
いや、どれでもない。
せやったらなんで？
俺が新選組に入ったのはある人を探すためなんだ。
人探し？
俺はそいつをどうしても見つけなくちゃならない。それには新選組に入るしかなかった。
はじめさんは人探しなんかのために新選組に入って大勢の罪もない人を切るっていうの？
確かに一番の目的は人探しだ。だが俺は3番隊の隊長というそれなりに影響力のある立場を任された。この立場なら新選組が無用に人を殺すのを防げるかもしれない。少なくとも3番隊くらいは。
新選組が人を殺さないように？
それでお前のおやっさんが生き返るわけじゃないかな。
でも私みたいな目に遭う人はいるかもしれへん。
ああ、そうなるといいと思ってる。さあ、もう店に帰れ。お上も心配してた。
はじめさん。
ん？
ありがとう。
ああ。
I don't know why. Sometimes this really gives me like Final Fantasy vibes. Maybe it's just setting. I like Final Fantasy 12. I don't know. Maybe it's the music too. That music, that whole conversation and the music gave me kind of Final Fantasy vibes. Music was really good. Where was the Pelican?
どうも見てってください。いらっしゃい。何にいたしましょう。
Is this a store? Is
いらっしゃい。
this apothecary? Damn, these are expensive.
Eh?
Experiments.
Eh?
As long as you're not getting me to get you earthworms and garbage. But a strapping lad with a natural predisposition for being assaulted. That sounds a little like some inappropriateness there. Stick out your rump. I never understood this. Is it to keep the dust down? Why do they splash the water? Is it a... Yeah, I never understood this one. Is it an act or is it a practical thing? You know, sometimes people spread salt to keep away ghosts or to, like, it's like a ritualistic thing. I feel like there were supposed to be more areas. Maybe I do have to use them. Maybe I do have to use them. So, because there definitely were other places I think that I could act. I saw them, but I just don't have access to them yet. I'd like you to get out of my way so I can interact. I like how there's someone there, like, standing aside, like, looking for help. That's a new thing. Hey, got some nice technique finally. parents are gonna be a little upset that I'm giving them random stuff.
おかえりやす。
お涼はもう戻ったか？
ええ、はじめさん意外と女の扱いがうまいんですな。ちょっと見直しました。
俺はあんたにうまく使われたみたいだけどな。
さあどうやろ。あ、そうや、はじめさんが出かけてる間にね、あんたに会いたいって人が来たんやったわ。
俺に？どんなやつだ？
どんなって言われても、ただちょっと土佐なまりのあるお侍さんやったね。
土佐の？
でな、その人清水寺で待ってるって言うてはった。
清水寺に？
そう、そもそもいつ帰ってくるかわからへんって言うたんやけどね。構わへんからそう伝えてくれって。それにしてもあんたにお客さんなんて珍しいわ。これも体調効果やろか。
さあな。分かった、ちょっと行ってくる。
暇な時でも顔出してください。
こんばんは。なあ、ちょっと覗いてってや。またね。
Okay.
今日はついてないか。
Oh, damn. How'd he get so... He just fucking went so across. Oh, damn it, I didn't know. Otherwise, dodge out of the way for a second. Spirit Fire Town Protector. That's a weird sounding name. Uh-oh. Scandalous. Oh no. He's a con man. Dreams come true. Motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, you're just... Yeah, sweetie, he's a fucking con man. Badass lady. Oh wait, I remember. I think I remember this from... Is this from Yakuza? Is this from Lost Judgment? Or is this from... I remember from one of the... Oh yeah, no, the badass lady from Yakuza 0. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because she teaches you stuff in Yakuza 0. I remember she teaches you one of the styles. Oh, nice. Back up. Fuck off. Oh, got that. Nice. No! I was about to heal. Oh. I saw how low I was. Fuck. You fucker. Damn it, I totally blocked that. It is slow on the uptake. There we go. Yeah, it's giving me... Protecting her client because she owes money to her. That was the first time. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I feel so that makes me feel so bad for her. I need that rifle. Nice. I was gonna say, what's the staring for? Staring contest. Teaming up. So is she gonna give me jobs, or can I have a partner go around with me? Pretty intense, but she seems to have a good head on her shoulders. Spitfire Town Protector. I want that gun of hers. Keel's Little Helper. I must have done enough side jobs.
Huh?
The hell, Mom? You tricked me. Then ask if I'll let another family adopt me. Hey Azumi for the rest of your life. What's a Hey Azumi? Oh, is that kind of like a, I don't know what that is. I'm trying to think of like a modern day example and like a neat, like someone who doesn't work that's of working age, but I'm assuming it's like a samurai, but they can't get a working position.
Huh?
Oh. The reclusive son. You know what? I think we'll go ahead and we're gonna save this. I cannot keep my eyes open for some reason. I think my body wants to go back to. I want to go back to bed. Like my body's trying to get back onto a nighttime schedule here. So I'm gonna try and go to sleep and see if I can sleep until morning, and then we can go back to streaming. So we're gonna try that, and we'll go ahead and pick up here and go on, find out what is going on with this mother-son relationship and what the heck a Hey Azumi is. It kind of seems like it's like a modern day NEET, like a samurai gets his stipend. Samurai gets a stipend, or at least, yeah, from the shogunate. So he's in. If you're in the samurai level, you should get a stipend from the shogunate. So but normally you get some form of employment, like you do something, like I don't know, I don't know what a great example is. Like either you become a soldier under a lord. You become some sort of, you go into the military. There's usually some sort of, like, you fill into a position. I still think you get some sort of minor stipend or something, or he might be getting a stipend from his father because obviously he's in a samurai class. But usually you still have to fill in a position to get that money. But he might be getting some of that money since they're in the his father um, or something. But it seems like a kind of like a modern day NEET situation where they're of working age but they don't work. So, um, which is interesting. I would assume there'd be some kind of stuff like that back then where somebody just doesn't. Some people just don't want to work because the samurai kind of had a life of luxury. Some of them, not all of them. But if he's an upper class samurai or they have a situation, it'd be interesting. But I don't know what a Heiazumi is. I'm guessing it's one specifically a samurai that doesn't work or something. But yeah, we'll check this out when we get back. I'm gonna go and try and sleep. At the very least, maybe I'll take a long ass nap. Maybe get back on a day-night schedule. For some reason, I can't. I can't keep my eyes open. So I'm sorry about that. I will see you guys later. You guys have a good one. Bye bye.